Back at it again with another video. My name is Dr. Champagne. My phrase is keep it champagne. Ability to adapt, seek knowledge for self, inspire in spirit, speech and behavior are to be of high quality or best version of self. Today's video is really gonna be called Dr. Champagne builds, erects, whatever the word may be, increases his lifestyle, his boundaries, his daily routine, increases his capacity. Dr. Champagne increases his capacity. You know, capacity is something, either you got it or you don't. And when you going through life and building and, like I say, lifestyle leadership, philosophy, and communication, when you building your life, you have to be able to know how to build. And you have to know what you need to do to strengthen the capacity in order to build, in order to live, in order to go, in order to flex, in order to just have opportunity, which means something that you want to do, and then having continuous opportunity and being able to continuously figure out if I need the capacity for this or do I need to shrink my capacity because I don't need this. I need to close off the port. You have to be wise and diligent in knowing where you are in your path of life and making sure you don't agree to things that will take you away from your path of your life. I told this woman the other day, I said, ma'am, everything that comes from my body is taxable. You see how the light's shining on me right after I say that? It's taxable. Everything that comes out of me is taxable. Talking about sperm. Everybody want grandchildren and babies and stuff, but baby, this is taxable. So that means you need capacity to be able to raise and secure and protect and do everything you doing for your dream, for your vision, for your family. And when you're doing that, whether it's independently, whether you're doing it interdependently, however, as a human who wants autonomy and wants creativity and longevity and all of the things, you have to understand boxing out, having game about yourself, having some type of motion and movement is critical. How to say no is critical. How to use your skills and abilities is critical. How to raise capital and funding is critical. How to network and socialize is critical. How you present yourself is critical. You need all of this if you're going to build whatever you are building. And most of it is internal. Most of it is something that you can't visibly see, but you know it's there because the boundary is there. The setup is there. It's all there, and it teaches your environment what you are, what you're going to deal with. This is more than money. Like I said on a previous video, many people put money over God. And they may not say it that way. They may not show it that way. They will do things that show that money is what they serve. Money is what sensationalizes them. Money is what allows them to feel like somebody. And without the money or the swipe or the credit card tap or the whatever the app may be to transact something, they don't have no feelings about themselves without any of those things. So you will see what someone leans on, and a lot of them ain't leaning on God. I'm gonna say that again. You will see what they lean on, and a lot of them ain't leaning on God. And that's something you gotta really understand. That's something you really gotta know when people are not leaning on God and they leaning on money, they leaning on other people to be a stand-up person, or they leaning on their credentials to be a stand-up person, or they leaning on their mama and daddy to be a stand-up person, but inside they not who they claim to be. They not who they think they are. But then again, they are who they think they are. And that's dangerous as well. So Dr. Champagne grows his capacity. Dr. Champagne is here to bring the pain once more. One.